Hey guys, Captain Lulz here with another video. This time I'm in World of Warcraft. I did this quest to my paladin the other day. I thought it was pretty funny and also at the same time pretty cool because it actually involves an encounter with Deathwing. Now I'm actually here in the Badlands, which is an old zone, obviously, but it was redone with the Cataclysm, and I'm in this place southwest here. I'll make the map bigger. Just at the southwest part of the area called Scar of the Worldbreaker. And obviously the Worldbreaker is Deathwing himself, and look what he did to this place. So we got 3 NPCs here: Lucian, Tazlranch, Martek the Exiled, and Theldurin the Lost. And we're actually going to do a quest called The Day Deathwing Came. And I'm here on my 80 because, like I said, I already did the quest on my paladin the other day. So, the quest text is saying Deathwing came through, and it's because of this guy that he's not still here. And so the objective is is exactly what it says right here: listen to his tale. And this is a great example of phasing. So I'm going to hit accept and get a little bit of cutscene. It says, "I remember it well. It was a bright, shiny day, and he was just minding his own business, and Deathwing came." Now that's actually the in-game model of Deathwing, which is pretty cool. And what he's saying is, "I'm gonna punch that dragon in the face." But you know, the Cataclysm, there's elementals in the way, so he's gonna punch them too. Now you'll see this is the vehicle UI, and you just get one ability, and that's just to punch stuff, and that's exactly what you do. You just punch stuff. And the idea is you have to punch 5 elementals, and he's got this text as you're doing this. "I'm gonna punch you in the face punch." So there's some humor to it, but it's also cool, just because of the Deathwing stuff. So I've got all 5 elementals punched, but there's still guys in the way, so I'm gonna get through them. And you can see that you have to punch through these rocks too, but that's pretty easy because you just punch them. So I'm gonna keep going here. And this quest chain is actually only 3 quests long, so it's not the longest quest chain, but you listen to each person of each NPCs that I mentioned before. Each of them has a different story to tell of when Deathwing came. And they all think they're the reason that he's gone. But when you actually finish each story, you realize that's not true at all. I mean, it's obvious Deathwing had other things on his mind rather than dwarves that think they can punch him in the face. So we're coming up to the other side of the Scar of the Worldbreaker, and if you see on the mini-map up here, you got a skull. So what could that be? Look at that, it's Deathwing himself in his human form. Now, isn't he sweet? I mean, look at that. He's like 5 times my size, and he's still got his jaw. Zoom in here. He's still got his death chin on, even in his human form. I mean, how awesome is that? So I'm gonna come up into here and punch him in the face. And that's the end of that quest right there. Alright, so here in the second part of the quest, you got the day Deathwing came, the real story. Now the gnome just said, well, that's not what happened at all. So, what you do is you listen to this guy's side of the story. He's like, "Oh, he must have seen me and went right into the clouds. I scared him off." It's like, "I'll find you and throw you to Kalimdor." It's like, and so the idea of this guy's story is that he shrunk the world small enough where he actually became so big that he can just search the clouds, which is what I'm doing right now. When you're this big, I mean, it's obvious that hills get in your way more than they do help. And it is kind of hard to see where you're going. But you just gotta find these clouds and use your ability to search them. So, it's fairly simple, but it gives you a good idea of phasing and the different types of quests that they redid, how they redid them. And the fact that they added Deathwing as a character in the quests for the old zones, which is just fantastic, I think. It was being way too static the way it was before, in my opinion. If you haven't been to Westfall yet, that zone was redone really well visually. Aha! And so he thinks he's hiding in the sun, because you search all the clouds and you can't find him. So what you do is you hit the sun here, and look at that. What's in our hands? Deathwing. That's right. So, he threw him to Kalimdor. And there he goes, flying away. So that's the second part of the quest. And the dwarf from the first part, he's like, wow, you need to stop drinking right now. And so this guy, the last NPC here, says the day Deathwing came, what really happened. So I'm going to accept. Here we say, it says blood rained from the skies. He was on his motorcycle, got some hot babes. And they all got pretty frightened, and, well, you only have room to save one of them. Now, I'm not sure what's going on here, but that looks like a dude to me. I don't know. I'm an orc, so I think I'll go with the orc. Now you get a speed boost ability, and the idea is just to get through the canyon for this part of the quest. Use my speed boost. But what you'll notice is once you get to the end, he says, oh wait, my motorcycle can fly. Would have been helpful to be known earlier. So he flies to the top of the pillar here, and you see another skull on my minimap. And, oh look, it's Deathwing again. Then the dwarf comes in, oh, I'm gonna punch that dragon in the face. And there's the giant gnome in the background. It's like, oh, you don't get to hear about me and then I fight. So, that's just a fun quest in the Badlands. I thought it was very cool. Think about it yourselves what you will. It's in the Badlands again, down here to the southwest of the Scar of the Worldbreaker. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching, and make sure to subscribe.